Hey YouTube, we're back at the outdoor wood boiler. In our last video we talked about how to maintain your wood boiler for the fall and to get it ready to be fired up for the winter time, and just getting it so it's ready to heat your house consistently throughout the winter. And today I'm getting ready to fire it up. The weather is definitely getting cooler. The low for tonight is 24 degrees, and I think we're already maybe just dipped down into the high 40s already this evening here. It's Friday the 13th. What better day to start the wood boiler in 2020 than on Friday the 13th? So let's get this thing fired up, and we'll see how long it takes for our water to heat up so that we can kick the heat on inside. Hey, before we start a fire, let's go inside and check out the temperature gauge on the water that's flowing through inside, just so we have something to compare it to. Okay, well, our propane heat was just running maybe 20-30 minutes ago, and I've shut it off, but as you can see, that's heated up the copper lines in here, so it does read that it's right around 100 degrees or so, maybe just under 100 degrees, so that'll give us something to compare it to. It should come inside between 160 and 170 once the water's heated up out there. Alright guys, we're going to do this the old-fashioned way with a blowtorch and cardboard. I'm purposely throwing these in kind of loosely just to get the fire going. So. Okay, here's what we got so far. I'm just going to light up some of this cardboard or paper that's in here. going to go around to the back and plug the blower in. Let's see what a difference it makes. You can really see the flame in the back starting to kick up. It is exactly 5 o'clock by my watch. I'm going to close this door for a few minutes and then we'll come back and see how it's doing. Well, it's about 5:15, almost 5:15, so it's been almost 15 minutes. Takes a little bit for those, for a bed of coals to get going, for the wood to really catch. So I think it's doing that now. I can hear the wood popping pretty good. So we're going to open this door up, see what it looks like after about 15 minutes, make sure the flame's going good. If it is, we might throw a couple of larger pieces in here just to see about getting them started as well. Just something about the first fire of the year, whether you have an indoor stove or an outdoor stove, it just means a new season is on the way. Things are changing. I love heating my house with firewood. It's just something really satisfying about that. So the first fire, probably whether you have an indoor stove or an outdoor stove, is probably special to you too, but just something special about that night for me. I seem to always start it in the evening, and then I get to go inside and relax and enjoy the heat that comes from the firewood that I've made throughout the year. And it heats our house and keeps our family warm. It's just a good feeling. So that's about 15 minutes later. I'd say the fire's going pretty good. Well, if you're looking for an alternative way to heat your house, firewood and heating with wood is a tried and true method. It's been around in as long as mankind's been around. That God's given us fire to heat our homes with and to provide us warmth. And it's hard to beat an indoor stove for that ambiance and for the warmth that comes from nice wood heat. I can feel that heat coming off of me. It's warming me right now. I'm perfectly comfortable. But at the same time, an outdoor boiler, it does a great job. It's an alternative method. It's going to use a lot more wood, but all my mess and everything is outside. I don't have to worry about any of that being inside. A lot of people throw around the term free heat or heating your home for free. I'm not really sure that's possible. I mean, you've got all kinds of equipment, saws and splitters and axes and safety equipment and chains and maintenance that go into heating your home. I think it's cheaper than using propane if you're out in in the country like we are, or being all electric, for sure it's cheaper. But people want to throw around the term of heating your home for free, and I'm just not sure that's possible. Everything has a cost, whether that's your time, your effort, or the gasoline and equipment and maintenance that go into making your firewood. It's deeply satisfying, but free is not a term I would use. If you're willing to sacrifice some time and some effort, it's a great way to heat your home, and I'd recommend it if you haven't already tried it. But I was just excited to share the first fire of the season with you here today. It's roaring pretty good, and I'm going to close this door so most of the heat stays in and heats up the water, and then here in a little bit we'll go in and show you the temperature inside at the furnace. Well, it's 5:50, so within 45 or 50 minutes of starting the fire, the temperature inside is at 160. So I think that's good enough to go ahead and kick the furnace fan on and let it heat up the house. And that, my friends, is why you crack your door and stand back whenever you have a wood boiler. To prevent that, you can also open up your bottom ash door on these Hardys. So it's just about 9 o'clock. Fire's been burning about 4 hours, keeping the house warm. And we're just checking on what's left here. We're going to stir the fire up and throw a few logs on for the night and leave it alone till the morning. That ought to be plenty for this evening. I'm going to be in here early in the morning checking it before I go deer hunting anyway. So we're going to shut this down and let it run for the night.